Hi, my name is Gabrielle Alonso, and I am a social media marketer for a Buhi bag company. And today I will be talking a little bit about the campaign that I did with Buhi for the past couple of weeks. So, to start out, I was given some goals from the CMO, and those goals included in um, growing brand awareness, increasing engagement, um, and by reaching out uh, to more people, we were able to bring in more likes and comments and shares, etc. Um, I was also to increase sales by about 10% from previous weeks, outperform my peers, spend an entire budget of $5,000 per week, and make sure that I'm spending that budget wisely and effectively. So, part of that budget, the suggested percentages for content creation and promoting the content was about 25% and 75%. Um, so that money, say for content creation, will go towards spending money on the content, advertising, and the platforms that I will use to reach my goals. And then promoting content would be promoting my posts until the budget is spent. So some of my goals for this campaign is to build the Buhi brand, promoting posts appropriately, using my budget effectively, making posts creative so they are appealing to the audiences that I'm trying to target. And the main goal is to bring in the most revenue. However, a main goal of mine is to be able to succeed in all categories. So for my marketing plan, I will be creating content calendars to know what I'm going to be posting, making sure that I'm posting at the best times. I can do this by looking at post history and analytics from previous weeks and see what times worked the best for certain posts. Also, making sure I'm using the right platforms, making sure that they are the most effective for the kind of posts and audiences that I'm trying to target. And the next one, targeting the correct audiences for each post, is also very important. So for my strategy, I will be focusing on the psychographics and demographics of my target audience. Some of that audience, for example, Daypacker Tom, City Hopper Sue, and Seaside Sally, I will be making posts more targeted towards like traveling, adventuring, outdoors, those kinds of posts. For Back to School Mindy and Up and Comer Raj, I'll be using more school/work related posts. And for Hipster Mommy Cami and Energetic Jill, I will be using mom, family friendly, and lifestyle posts. Another part of my strategy is that I will be working to post at the right times that will have the most traffic on certain platforms. Also, frequently using hashtags and using influencers who can promote our brand and the products. So some of the social media channels that I used that worked the best were Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. However, I mostly focused on Instagram and Facebook because they seem to have worked the best for me. Recently, Buhi had dealt with a code red crisis that had to do with a note from a factory worker working in poor conditions had slipped out of Taylor Swift's bag on a talk show and had been leaked out everywhere, and everyone had heard about it. However, I think that as Buhi, we handled it very professionally. We made sure to take responsibility for our actions. Immediately, we helped the workers who were involved in these poor working conditions. We made necessary changes in company and factory policies for our labor workers, and we made sure to reassure our commitment and loyalty to our customers and that this incident wouldn't happen again. So an overview of my campaign, I brought in a total revenue of about $137,000. The company gained about 74,000 new followers, And I completed all of this with a budget of $5,000 per week and a total of $60,000. That is the end of my presentation. There are some questions that I will answer. First question, based on the goals outlined by the CMO, by what percentage did you either hit or not hit the goal? Please restate the goal by the CMO and give your answer. So I think that the goals that I personally hit the best were making sure that I was spending my entire budget for the week and making sure that I was using that in the best way possible, that I was using it in the correct way to be able to promote all of my posts and everything. I think I definitely hit that goal. Also, in increasing engagement and increasing brand awareness when it came to followers. I had obviously gained a lot of new followers for the company, so I think I did that well. One area of the goals I think I didn't meet as well was outperforming my peers, which had to do with increasing sales and bringing in the most revenue. That's definitely something that I could have done better at. So I would say I met about 80% of the goals that were given to me from the CMO. Next question, based on your experience, what do you think were the components behind the algorithm? I think that there was a lot that had to go into the strategy to be able to make the campaign work, to be able to bring in revenue and brand awareness, and to be able to build the Buhi brand as a whole. I think that the main components were making sure that you were doing your research, that you were using the right platforms, that you were spending the right amount of money, that you were targeting your posts towards the right audiences, and all of that. I think it was very important in making it work. Next question, what platform and demographic did not perform the best? Why and how will you fix it? And what did you learn from this experience? So for me, the platforms that didn't perform the best had to be LinkedIn and YouTube. I think that is because I think that the audiences and people who are going on to LinkedIn, who are going to go use it, are exactly the audiences that will be most likely to purchase a backpack when they see a post about it. I think that that by using the right platforms, when targeting towards certain people, you need to make sure that you're doing that in the most effective way possible. So I personally don't think that LinkedIn and YouTube are the best. I think that if you were to use LinkedIn and YouTube, that your posts need to be either more targeted towards that specific audience, or that they need to be general enough to be able to apply to anyone who's going to use that platform. And then last question, what did you learn from this experience? I would say that I learned that social media marketing, there's a lot more to it than what I had originally thought. There's a lot of strategy that goes into it, a lot of planning, and it's not just throwing together a post and hoping that it works. There's a lot of research, and you have to make sure that you know your post history and you're looking at your analytics to make sure that you are able to perform in your best way possible. Making sure that things are creative and appealing to your audiences. I guess there was a lot of it that I learned from this experience, but definitely I think that has made me a better marketer, and knowing on what things are most important when building a strategy to be able to help build the company. So that is it for my presentation. Thank you.